Hello there and welcome, I'm FlyPengwin, and this is Rite. Rite is a cute little action platformer. I guess it's really just a platformer, the action is the jumping. Developed by Daniel Freer out of Australia, first time developer, although I think he's working on new stuff. And it's one of the first games that I kind of dove into on this channel. And so if you're maybe a newer viewer, you probably do not recognize it. If you have been around for a bit, you'll know that it's a game that I like to use to kind of put all my thoughts together. It's a game that I want to make a channel update around, I guess, or not around this, but I want to make channel updates whenever I'm playing this game. So that's a little bit of what this video is going to be. Daniel, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm going to be talking about myself most of the time. If you did come here for Rite gameplay, it's here, but I'm going to be kind of meandering, mumbling over it, things about the channel. So the channel, I want to kind of point out, because it's a bit of a point of pride for myself, and thank you guys very much. We've grown quite a bit. Okay, this is I could get there. Come there it is. The channel has grown quite a bit in the last few months, mostly with the release of the Monster Train Friends and Foes update. I got incredibly lucky, and I basically caught that the Monster Train Friends and Foes update was releasing like spontaneously. I mean, just unannounced, completely out of the blue, and I was on the Discord and I just so happened to see that they were releasing it, and so I recorded a video instantly. You know, I kind of took out all of the things that I need to do to make a video take a while for production, and so I was one of the first videos up on it, and because of that I was able to kind of crank through the YouTube algo, and I learned a lot about how that works now. So the video and the channel and all that kind of stuff blew up because of it, which is, I say blow up, right? I'm not making money. Let's temper expectations here a little bit, but blew up as opposed to percentage wise, right? Like, oh, that was close. We don't need all the things. It blew up in my perspective. So if you're here because of that growth, I would like to say thank you. I'd like to say welcome. I know a lot of the frequent commenters and people that I interact with on a video by video basis are a part of that crew. Oh, you can't go through that, huh? Are a part of that crew, and so to all of you guys, I say thank you, because you are part of the reason why I've continued to do Monster Train. Is the kind of the engagement and some of the, I might be better off going the other way, huh? Part of the engagement and some of the like responses to the videos have been really fun, and it's cool to see how people perceive the gameplay and how people perceive the commentary, and just in general, it's kind of what I wanted the channel to grow into. So thank you very much. And if you're a long time, or if maybe you think Monster Train is resident sleeper, I'm trying to work on other things as well. The Let's Tries have slowed down a little bit due to my work schedule, because I am not full-time, obviously. And then but they will be picking up, because I'm going to pick up a lot of extra time, actually starting now. So probably when this video goes live, it's November 8th. I'm playing this on a lazy Sunday. Come on. There it is. And the benefits to the November-December period is that my work specifically slows down a lot. Oh, I didn't see you there in the middle. And so I'm going to have a lot of time. One thing that I would like to ask, if you are familiar with the kinds of games that I like to play or that we like to show off on this channel, and you have anything that you would like to show or to see, or maybe it's upcoming, and so I can maybe reach out for some sort of key, or I could maybe bring the game to the channel in a way that a person who might not have access to that sort of thing yet, because the game's in early access or the game's in beta or whatever, point them out to me. Let me know. And if there's anything you guys like to see, it's kind of what I'm here for. I'm keeping my nose to the ground. Nose to the ground? Ears to the ground? I think it's ears to the ground, isn't it? Unless you're a bloodhound. I'm keeping my ears to the ground with a lot of the games that I'm interested in. But the problem, the big problem right now, is that everything is just like under the shadow of Cyberpunk. And I know that sounds weird to say that the holiday season is going to be slow on video games, but I honestly believe that this holiday season is going to be Oh, I have to go left, don't I? I try to go right there. I honestly believe that this holiday season is just going to be completely overshadowed by Cyberpunk. And so while that's really good if you are anticipating Cyberpunk, as you know, I've been, I think most people who enjoy CD Projekt Red's games, maybe not necessarily their work habits or their crunch problem, but if you enjoy their games, you know, you enjoy their writing and their things like that, then I think this is going to be a fun holiday for you one way or the other, because you either get to I didn't want to go in, I wanted to go to the right. You either get to kind of, you know, finally validate that it's going to be fun, or you just get it out of the way and you can move on to somebody else. You have to stick around here in the middle, I think. Okay, this is, Daniel, I don't like these saws. There's 2 sets of them and they rotate through. So Rite is very, very very, very symmetrical. And you really have to kind of pay attention to the patterns. A thing that I am garbage at doing. All right, we're gonna push through here. So yeah, so Cyberpunk is one of those games that's obviously going to just overtank all the movie coverage. There is an opportunity for someone like me to kind of squeeze in there and maybe cover some indie games that other people don't have the time to do. Just gonna be kind of blunt with you. Cyberpunk on this channel would just fade into the void. It would be solid for our audience, for this crew, but it is such a big game and it is such a long-awaited game that it's going to absorb every piece of gaming watch time, and those sorts of games are heavily favored in YouTubers that get early access and that get very, very favorable YouTube algorithm kind of things, right? So I don't expect to play Cyberpunk on this channel, although I will make the caveat. I've considered it. So, oh man, that's a devilish little middle section, isn't it? So you can go up, up, up. Okay, that wasn't so bad. It's the down part that I don't like. I'm gonna get that. We're gonna get that. So I hadn't expected to play it on this channel. It's not on my list of games that I want to play. Well, let me reword that. I want to play it, but it's not on my list of games that I was expecting to play for this channel, especially because it seems... Oh, we did it. Now just don't die on something stupid. It seems like the single-player games don't tend to... Kind of like the... I wanted that last one at the end. It seems like the single-player, long walkthrough, narrative-driven games don't always do well on smaller Let's Play channels. I've noticed that like the roguelike, and that's where I like to stay anyway. I've noticed that the roguelike and the deck builder and like the different run every day, you know, your Monster Trains, your Spelunkies, your Binding of Isaacs, they seem to do much better for a channel of this size. And they also seem to do much better just for people to kind of pick up, jump into, you know, maybe try for the first time by watching a 30-40 minute video, and then they don't have to stay engaged in the story. You don't have to know, you know, what happened on the last Isaac run, which I'm not playing Isaac anytime soon. That genre is absorbed, and I am bad at Isaac, and I'm bad at Rite too, apparently. I'm bad at Isaac, and I don't want to clone some of my favorite YouTubers. So I'm gonna stay away from that one, even though there will be a new DLC that's dropping. Anyway, this was about Cyberpunk. If this video or any future videos receive kind of like an overwhelming yes, we want to play Cyberpunk, or we want to see Cyberpunk, or whatever, then I'll think about it, because I'm gonna play it anyway, right? So I guess the difference really just comes down to how quickly can I play it, because I'll be playing it with the recording in mind, which changes the way you play things a little bit. Okay, so there was a spiky boy there. I don't like this trap. This trap is devilish. Ooh, so it punishes you for jumping too high as well. Yeah, so Baldur's Gate, I think, is kind of representative of the audience I could expect for Cyberpunk. And Baldur's Gate is, well, so first off, I love the game. It provides so many opportunities for just goofy stuff. And I absolutely love the Sir Reginald and some of the crab junk that's kind of popped out of it. But I think that's a very similar audience to Cyberpunk, or it would be a very similar audience to Cyberpunk. And it's a lot of time for very little advancement of kind of like the channel as a whole. So I'm still trying to weigh that one. And if you're interested in weighing in, if you're watching it, if you've made this far in this video, then weigh in. Let me know. I have like a set of topics here, kind of roughly. Let me rack my brain real fast. I could just make it through this section so quickly, I think, by just kind of like going up and around and ignoring all of the goodies. And that's one of the fun things about Rite, is it, in a lot of ways, it is kind of like your own personal challenge. Too much. In a way, it is kind of your own personal challenge. It's like Ghost Runner a little bit, in that a lot of the platforming can honestly be ignored, like that right there. We're just gonna kind of do one of these. But then you can make it as difficult as you want, or you can be a speedrunner type of thing. You know, you can get all the coins, or you can just be speedrunning without the coins and just kind of like make it through the levels as quickly as possible. I prefer to do a combination of both. I prefer to be good when it's easy and then cheat when it's hard, like that right there. So yeah, Cyberpunk, I think I beat that one enough. Another channel, or another game that I'm incredibly interested in revisiting alongside Rite is One Step from Eden. So I was incredibly excited about One Step from Eden when it came out. It was one of the, I would say, like the first pillars of the channel, and it was the kind of game that I thought that I would never get tired of. The problem with One Step from Eden, to be blunt, is that whenever you're playing it, your mind melts. I mean, it is not a commentary game. It is not a, let me just crack a joke or some dumb song reference as I'm doing it, because it takes every single percentage point of your processing power. But there is an update that's coming, and that was a tricky one, huh? There is an update that's coming. I think this is a sneaky difficult level. So the update that's coming is going to be before the new year. So I think it's really going to depend on the timing of that. If it comes out near Cyberpunk, and we've decided to play Cyberpunk, then that's probably going to consume most of the time. I am not leaving Monster Train, by the way. I think that should be stated. Monster Train continues to be probably the most engagement, and also it's just fun. Like Monster Train, the new audience, like the new viewership and whatnot that came, I think, because of Monster Train, like it kind of reinvigorated the excitement for that game for me. And also they put out so many good updates, and like I have no reason not to play it, right? Like for every single thing that you would want as a small YouTuber, you know, a game that like the devs are going to support, and they're going to put out updates, and like they're friendly, and they will respond to comments, or like I've put in bug reports before and they responded to them. All of those sorts of things, like that's Monster Train, and so I have absolutely zero reason to stop it. So even if we do Cyberpunk, One Step from Eden, whatever, that will not go away. So a little bit of a just kind of a PSA. Now here comes the hard part, because now it's all on me. There we go. Yes, nice, 100% first try. Yeah, but One Step from Eden will probably be something we revisit, depending on how large the update is. If the update's just like a couple bug fixes or something, I don't know if I'll touch it. But if it is a new clan, or not clan, wow, I got the train on the brain. If it is a new, if it's a new hero, spellcaster, champion, person, witch, I think they're kind of witches. They're kind of all. Oh, that was a. I just let this poor little. I guess he's coming of youth. I was gonna say kid, but like this poor little person. I guess I don't know what they are. I let him just take that mace to the face, which would be a pretty killer band name. Mace to the face, huh? Maybe not. It could use some work. Maybe I think Mace to the Face could be a good if you were trying to do like a counter protester kind of vibe. Or not counter protester, but if you're trying to do like a protester kind of vibe, it could work as well. Oh, how about that? How about them moves? This is why I love Rite. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. So on the sake of other things for the channel, I have been interested a little bit more in pulling some things from other streamers and YouTubers, and so one of which would be a Discord. And I haven't fully fleshed it out yet, and I don't know if I would have the time to to completely moderate. Maybe, you know, a very heavy or a very light touch in moderation. And I don't think we would need moderators, right? Everybody here's pretty nice. But I think it'd be one of those things where I would like to do. I just don't know how effective it would be with the audience size that we have. So I might, I'll float the idea by. If anyone has any ideas or any thoughts or feels strongly about it one way or the other, this is the place to do so. Because it would also be a way for us to kind of chat and us to, you know, float game ideas and suggestions. And maybe we could host the Monster Train Community Challenge. That could be something that we do, and we kind of keep the leaderboard there, and, you know, that way we don't have to like sift through comments. And then also we could, I like the animation for the mace is so clean that I literally was looking at it one of the times that it's killed me, like that right there. All right, we're going all in. I'm not messing with the tokens anymore. You haven't seen my true platforming skills. It's the ones that are coming at you that are the hard ones, because I don't know how to time them. Yeah, like it's easy to jump up and over, but it's this angle right here where it's coming at you. Well, I don't know what I was thinking that happened there. But yeah, so the other thing about a Discord that I want to make sure would not happen, or I would be very adamant that this isn't the way it is I don't want it to be a notification bot. I don't want it to just be a place where I basically say, hey, I posted another video. And if you follow me on Twitter, you can probably get a sense of what I want out of that sort of platform. Because Discord to me, I think, is a powerful tool for everyone to chat, and like us to chat, and us to kind of build those community ties. But the problem is, I think too many people use them as like, hey, I'm live, or hey, I'm in, or like, let's watch my new video. And it's like, that's kind of what YouTube's for, you know? Like use the tools built within YouTube. I think, and me personally, I feel this way about a lot of the content creators that I follow. Oh, I can't get this. Daniel, what have you done? But a lot of the content creators that I follow use them as kind of a, you know, next time on whatever, or like, hey, I'm live, and I get a little irritated by that. I mean, I have maybe 30, 40 Discords that I'm in, and I have notifications muted for a good 90% of them. So, you know, I don't expect this to be the kind of thing where I would just hammer people with new video live, new Monster Train live. You know, I don't want that. I don't want that any more than you want that, is I guess what I'm trying to say. All right, So I think maybe we have to land on that top platform to be able to, yeah, we have to like land right here and then jump. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so hit me with your best jumps. Maybe not, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we should try to go for timing it whenever we're like right there. Yeah. Right, that would have done it. That probably would have done it. You kind of got to let it go, like flow underneath of you. This is not easy. Rite is rightfully one of my favorite games of 2020, purely because it set out to do a thing. Right? It was like a concept almost. It was a person saying, I can develop games. I'm good at animations. I'm good at making this platformer feel the certain way, and it worked. And it's gorgeous. And the sound art, by the way, the sound effects are wonderful. I think it won a. I'm not entirely certain what the name of this award is, so forgive me if I just ruin it in every single way. It was an Australian game developers conference that, I mean, you know, indie developer conference that had quite a few relatively like well-known AA or indie titles in it. I guess indie's not really AA, but single A, indie, you know, etc. And you know, I guess things that are a little bit more polished than just like one person working on them, you know, in their off hours after college kind of thing. But this Rite picked up, I believe, best art, and I think it was nominated for like best of the year or something, or nominated for best new game. Maybe it was like non-franchise game. I'm not entirely certain, but it was incredibly cool to see. So yeah, I I feel like this is one of my favorites of 2020, right? And I throw that into a bucket of like 25 other games, or 20 other games. So don't think that I'm like, oh, this over Spelunky. Like that's not exactly how I weight my favorite games. But for what it set out to do, it was really, really clean. And if it weren't for this spike trap, I could show you the rest of the levels. This might be the run killer right there, huh? What do I need to do differently? Do I need to, I mean, I know I need to, rabble. All right, persevere. Look at the spike trap. Be the spike trap. Be the spike trap you've always wanted to be. That was terrible. I slid too far down. I let the little minion, the little goober, slide too far down. I don't know what he is. He's like a bat. He's like a single-eyed bat. It's probably not exactly what he was intended to be. How do I get over this? I'm just gonna... Are you kidding me? I was like, I'm just gonna practice this. First try. Well, you know, whatever. Alright, this is easy to get over. We've already done this part. I need to figure out when to start jumping. There's probably a good time to start jumping. I started jumping later and I think it worked. Good, alright. Back to channel stuff. So we popped through a little bit of the growth. That's one of the things that's been kind of a main driver for me to continue this channel. And I do have plans to continue this channel. It has been almost a year, of which I am incredibly excited. A weird year for everybody, for sure, and definitely a weird year for, well, even like a weird last couple weeks. But the point being that, oh, look at that. Don't die. Thank you. It's been a weird year for everybody, but it also has been about 8 to 9 months of the FlyPengwin channel. And that makes me incredibly excited because the thing that I kind of told myself was like, it's a hobby first, but it's a hobby that is going to potentially, you know, I'll learn a bunch of stuff out of this, right? So I'm learning a lot about video development, about editing, even if it doesn't look like there's edits, there's still edits somewhat. I'm learning about kind of the tech that goes into audio mastering and some of the what it takes to yank out some of my like fan noise, you know, or like, oh, the car on the street or whatever. I don't need these coins. Dan, why do you convince me that I need these coins? I'm sitting here thinking, you know what, shiny, I want these coins. I don't need these coins. You can't tempt me with these coins. They're just so pretty. The one thing that I would like to do to the channel, oh god. Oh, we made it, okay. You can make that jump. One thing I would like to do to the channel is I think the channel deserves or needs a little bit of love in the art section. And I will investigate it, or I've been doing some research into people who are kind of like emote artists and also artists for, you know, various, just like other YouTubers and whatnot. And I've been experimenting with a little bit of things, some concept stuff, but when it comes down to it, I want to spend money that I invest into this channel into kind of like the production value and also the games, right? Being 200 followers, this is something I should mention as well. Being 200 subs actually was huge for me and the channel as a whole, because so even if a sub doesn't, you know, seem like it does a lot, you know, like materially, that 200 threshold is where I started to notice that my requests for game keys started becoming a little bit more, I guess, less long shots is what I'm trying to say. So I was able to grab a few keys and like have people reach out to me that otherwise I wouldn't have stood a chance. So thank you very much. If you've subbed, you have contributed to that, and that's awesome, because basically the sub not only, you know, make sure that the videos that I create, you know, go to an audience, which is kind of what you're participating in, what you're signing up for. But it also allows me to bring in better content and allows me to kind of pick up games for really cheap or for, you know, early access or whatever, grab them before they hit mainstream. And then, you know, I don't have to pay $40 for something brand new that, you know, we might play 1 or 2 games of. So I'm a little less cautious. This is not a hard level. This is the this is the kiddie pool. This is the This is where they throw water on your face in the middle of the marathon. This is not a hard level. There we go. It's like the Daniel Jones touchdown 2 weeks ago. Or almost touchdown, rather. If you're not an American, that makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. So anyway, subs are good. Not just for you, but not just for me, but also for the quality of content that I'm able to put out. So yeah, so thank you again. Thank you very much. What else we got on the list? Oh, old series. One of the things that I wanted to chat about a little bit. So my philosophy on series previously was growth over everything. It doesn't make any sense to stick with a game if no one's watching it. That was kind of my beginning thoughts. It was like, you know what? Who cares if you are, making 50 One Step from Eden videos if they are not being watched and the YouTube algorithm obviously doesn't care about them. That's not going to help the growth of the channel. That's not going to bring people in. That's not going to build a community. And honestly, that's not going to keep me encouraged, right? Like if people are coming in and there's new content and there's new things for me to be excited about, it's likely to manifest itself in how much time I have to spend to this. And so, and it's also likely to manifest itself in the amount of people that are interested in the content. Oh, I missed that one. We're not going back for it. So that was kind of my philosophy before, was growth over everything. So that's a little bit why Undermine, to be blunt, was killed. I didn't mean to kill it. I kind of just quit playing it for a few days, and then a few days turned into a few weeks, and then I was like, I haven't made an Undermine video in in 3 weeks. We did it. But then the other thing about Undermine, and Spelunky suffered from this quite a bit, is that progress is so slow that because I'm not streaming, because I'm doing the method and the formatting that I'm doing, that's not it. You wait for this one right here. Because I'm not streaming, I can't just pull in games with low, or that take 50 hours to master or whatever. Probably more than that in Spelunky's case. I can't just pull in games like that because it will take so long until, I guess, the good parts or the new interesting stuff comes onto the channel. So that's been the reason for that a little bit. Spelunky suffered from this quite a bit, and so I don't believe that I will be on the Spelunky grind much longer. I played it a little bit in my personal time, and I really enjoy the game. Derek, you did a great job. I doubt he watches this, but he did a great job. I am gonna get meat grindered, huh? Okay, run the other direction if you could. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through this. Can I go lower? I don't think I can. Oh, we need to get in the hole. Come here. There we are. Cool. Once you find the pattern, man. Once you find the pattern. Oh, I missed the one. Of course. Do I need to do any of that? I don't think I do. We'll wait on this, and then we'll drop. There we go. So I love Spelunky, and it's one of the best made games of the year. I'm reading Derek's book right now. And the love and the care and the energy and everything that went into it is fantastic. It is still, I think, one of the best rogues of the year. I am not good enough, do not have enough of an audience, and I don't stream, so I don't think that it works for this YouTube channel, which is unfortunate, because I would like to kind of bring games like that to the channel. And I was incredibly excited about it, but it's one of those things that I think I experimented with. I don't think it worked. It took me too long to get to a point where I felt like I was good enough to put videos on YouTube, to be not just frustrated, to actually be able to provide good content. And so for me, that was soul draining a little bit. It was kind of like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not doing well. Oh, we just gave the guy a little bit of a haircut there. I was not doing well. I was not enjoying it. I was almost dreading, my friends, the axes. I was almost dreading recording Spelunky, and so I was like, I don't think this is a good game for this channel. Even though, it's been incredibly successful for people who have much more Spelunky experience than me. So I think I'll stick to what I know. Part of what excites me about One Step from Eden is that if that game becomes relatively large again, as it kind of was, I think that I am better at it now than I was when I started recording. And to be completely fair, I am way better at recording videos than I was back then. Don't if you want to have a really, I don't know how to word it. If you want to have a moment where you think, you know, how do I put this into words? If you think that what I put out now is, you know, kind of like amateur quality, you know, random police sirens and junk in the background and unedited footage and just kind of like a little messy, a little rough around the edges, a little, you know, small YouTuber kind of stuff, go watch a One Step from Eden video. Go watch the Iris and the Giant videos. Those are a little rough. Iris and the Giant was a good game. I didn't do it justice. I was bad at it. I also was trying to just like teach the game, and I didn't know anything about it. It'd be like if I came into Monster Train Covenant 2 and was like, "What's up, guys? This is what a torch is," and everyone that watched it was like, "Wait, what?" But I said that with a paper bag over my mouth and in a hotel room. Like that was the kind of setup I had then. So I enjoyed it. I've learned a lot since then. You know, it's the perfect example of just getting your feet wet just to try it and just to see what happens. And I enjoyed doing it so much that here we are. So I'm not gonna erase them from the channel. Like, I'm not ashamed of it or anything like that. So my man has become French fries. I don't know why I said French fries. My man has become sliced. What would you use this slicer for? This is like a kitchen thing. Like, there are slicers that have handles on both sides, and you rock them back and forth to cut stuff. But I'm trying to think of like what you would cut with it. Like dough? Not dough, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Boom. Oh, that was a bit risky. But you know what? We're champions here. Okay, don't mess this up. I was gonna say mess this up. All right, it's a coffee break moment if you don't mind. All right, so the TLDR, which you don't need because you have already made it this far and videos don't have paragraphs at the end of them, but the TLDR of everything going on so far with the channel is more Let's Tries to come. Provide suggestions if you can think of anything. One Step from Eden, hopefully to come soon. Undermine and Spelunky are probably RIP. Baldur's Gate I will finish for sure. Baldur's Gate is probably indicative of how Cyberpunk will come out, and so hopefully Cyberpunk is accessible, I guess. Like, I can record it and it looks good and it does well for a streaming audience. Excuse me 1 second, my audio just blasted out. All right, I have no idea why it does that. But anyway, yeah. So Cyberpunk is a maybe. One Step from Eden is a probably. Baldur's Gate is a for sure. Monster Train is an infinite, basically, as far as I can tell right now. We're so close. We're Covenant 24. I'm very excited about that. And then Discord, ? Channel art, something I'm interested in, but probably not until at least the new year. Dying in Rite is a definite. And yeah, that's kind of where I land on everything, to be honest. So I'm very, very excited for the new year. I'm excited that we've gotten 8 months or so under our belt, and those 8 months have gone smooth. You know, the videos have gotten better, I think. I still feel as if you are a veteran of the channel and you're like, I'm running out of stuff to watch. The Wildfire series was, I think, and I stand by this, one of the best games for streaming, like, that I could have done. It was so much fun, and I needed to edit to do it, so I learned a lot about how, like, to edit game series, which, you know, I kind of abandoned, but I learned a lot about how to do, like, jump cuts and audio fixes and zoom ins and dumb meme stuff. And so Wildfire was kind of its own style of video. I would like to do that in the future, but the problem with those is that for every Wildfire I do, I could do 6 Monster Trains. And so it's like, when you're focusing growth, if Monster Train's popping off and you don't need to edit every single one, then like, I'm not going to do a bunch of Wildfires. Cyberpunk might be a situation where we revisit that, but in that case, then it would just take me forever to get a Cyberpunk episode out. We would be playing Cyberpunk until like February at that rate. So I don't think that's the way to go, but who knows? Okay, please don't kill me, saw blade thing. You're not really a saw, I guess. You don't have jagged teeth. You're just a slicer. I need to find that kitchen slicer thing. What is it called? I don't have one because I cook with like one knife and a spatula essentially. But you know, okay. This is the only sound effect that I don't particularly love. The mace was fine. The little clinky sound on the mace was fine. In fact, you know what? I don't, can't do anything about it. Where are we at? We are on 85. We are so dead. If the stuff only gets harder, then I am, this game is too much sometimes. I absolutely love it. It would be incredibly fun to jam some music and just sit and be flow state for a few hours and just crank this game out. I jumped into the saw blade. There it is. Bonk. Okay. We got them all. So far. I jumped into the saw blade. Into the saw blade. Again. You know? There it is. Nice. All right, we're going into mace territory with how frustrated I am by things. But to be honest, we're kind of a beacon of perseverance right now, because this isn't that hard. This is just me being purely like bad. Mario Maker and we got along. We were friends, more like acquaintances, I would say. Kind of the same way I felt about Spelunky. If I had the time, I would absolutely love to dive into it. But on like a pound per enjoyment kind of curve, I feel like Spelunky is one of those games where you just punish yourself for like weeks so that you can enjoy things later. And look, I'm not saying that I'm like a delayed gratification kind of person. I get it. You got to put in hard work before you can reap the rewards. But sometimes you don't have the time, or there's other things nearby you. It's like, and I'm a long-term outlook kind of guy, right? Like I make long-term decisions all the time. I've chosen not to make decisions in my life that might be short-term outlooks. Okay. I enjoy some of the finer things in life. I enjoy nice coffee and nice beer. Wow, why are all the things that I enjoy drinkable? I like cars. I like Rite. Rite's a long-term fun kind of thing. But Spelunky, man, Spelunky grinds my gears. I can't do Spelunky. Especially 2. I absolutely love Spelunky 1. And I've done 80 hours on it or whatever. But yeah, one of the biggest channel failings, and I will openly admit this. I was eyeing the prize instead of where I am. Eyes on the ground instead of the horizon. I was doing a what game should I play for the channel kind of thing, and Hades was like number 1 on my list. Like immediately came to mind is what I'm trying to say. And I thought, and I'm gonna be no joke. You could probably, if you could search the annals of the annals? It's annals, isn't it? If you could search the annals of my video commentary, you would find somewhere in like, I don't know, June, July, where I was like, Hades is one of my favorite games. And I feel like I was months early. And I probably could have done videos on it while it was in early access. You know what? No, it's fine. I probably could have done videos on it while it was in early access, but it wasn't that popular. And I was like, you know what? There's a bunch of other games out right now. I don't need to jump into it. And if I had just played a little bit of Hades, gotten some Hades cred, maybe stuck with it a little bit longer than everybody else did, maybe got really good at it, I feel like that would have been the ultimate long-term play. But I just almost as if I did with Monster Train. When I first saw it, I thought, this game is amazing, but it's not going to get popular. There is no way this game makes it into AAA mainstream kind of stuff. And I need to focus on what people want to watch. I need to focus on games that are going to bring people in. I was like, Hades is just a brawler. You know, it's fun to play, but it might not be as fun to watch. You know, you're just watching Zagreus beat the crap out of somebody over and over again. And then here I am, playing a game where I'm watching myself beat the crap out of this little bat boy over and over again. Okay, how do we do this? I think now. There it is. We got this. Up, no. Up, no. Up. Hold on. I've been trying to get all of the coins this whole time. You know, I'm not even, don't even think about it. Just run with it. The hard part's over. Getting, I had been so focused on the conversation and the keeping the train of thought that I didn't even realize that I had done the bare minimum to beat the level like multiple times. So yeah, so that this part is not needed, or this part is needed. The other section was not needed. Okay, now, nope. Well, now the level's just been chopped in half. So if I can do that, I can do it again. Come here, come here. Punk. We got the goodies. Time to make out of here. How do I get through that one? Now? Jump when it's swinging down. Down. There it is. Nope, not like that. Not like that at all. I think it might be better to try to... Nope. It might be better to try to jump over the swing... Yeah, jump over the blade. And then try to jump with the blade whenever you're on the other side. So like this. There it is. Up, over, jump. There it is. So jump when it's at its peak on the other side. Oh, I hit the one that was close by. I was watching the far blade, or the further blade, the obstacle blade, not the right next to me blade. Well, now that I've like mastered the blade, no memes intended, I should be able to die swiftly and efficiently, like that. The sound effect's a little much. I think I might run in and turn that down in the post, because it's a little bit much. Bonk. There it is. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention on this like pseudo channel update that has taken me way too long, or taken me way longer than I meant it to. I'm interested in doing collaborations with people. That is one thing that I think that the games I play unfortunately don't lend well to that. So I'm gonna have to try to find things that I think will do well in a collaborative environment. I tried to kind of get a Monster Train Hell Rush thing going. Kind of fell through just from timing sake. I tried to get a Goner thing going. It also fell through due to timing sake. So I'm keeping an eye out for like other games. There was a game called Darksburg. No, there was a game called Darksburg that I was interested in, and it looked pretty good, but it was the problem with the game was that it was a little repetitive, and the dev was, I feel like the game wasn't completely fleshed out yet, and so I had a kind of a hard time purchasing the game, to be honest. I just had a hard time purchasing it for the amount of value I'd get out of it. So it was on the list of co-op games, but you know, never really made it through. Same with Fall Guys. I thoroughly enjoyed Fall Guys. I kind of had the queue set up to play co-op with some people and to run it on the channel, and then it just kind of fell through. Everybody's busy. It's just the way it goes. You know, I tend to record after work. I tend to record on days like today, this beautiful, beautiful lazy Sunday. I tend to record, you know, on the weekends and whatnot. And so if anyone else does a different schedule, it's just very hard to kind of make things meet. So I understand the way it goes. Everybody's busy. Boom. All right, this is one of the last attempts. We get this guy and we're done. That was not the last attempt. This will be the last attempt. This will be one of the last attempts. We know how to do this part. This part is not hard. That's easy. Shoot. There it is. All right. Bonk. We've done this. We've done this before. Like, we've done all of this before. Up. Jump. Up. Jump. Up. Jump. Okay, why is it that all we had to do was say the motions to be able to run through it, huh? Am I insane? Does this look easy? This is childish. Excuse me. Oh, I see where it gets hard. Okay, when it becomes a single tile. It's almost not hard so much as it is hard to speedrun. I think my controller has a little bit of drift as well. Yeah, that right there. You run a little bit further than I think you should. Man, if all of them were like this video would have been 15 minutes long. Okay, well. Okay. maybe not 15. I think maybe the D-pad is going to be a little bit more precise. How about that? Let's start jumping using the D-pad. Let's change up the control mechanism about 30 minutes in. 45 minutes in. This is a 45-minute video. You've listened to me chat for 45 minutes. Maybe I could stream. I've been floating the idea of streaming. Two things that stand out as challenges that I think would either discourage me or make it not as efficient for like the energy that I have to put into it. One, Twitch is, in my opinion, garbage for supporting small streamers. You really have to either be playing a game that nobody is streaming, and you carry over an audience enough to get to like the top. Okay, to the top, like, oh, we've done it. To get to the top, like, 4 or 5 or whatever. So if you play something like Monster Train, you need to be in the top, 10 people playing it. What the heck is even this? And so because of that, I don't feel like this, like my current situation would lend well to Twitch. I just don't know if the energy would be worth it. Like if I can put out 2 videos, I feel like that has more, like, it's better content for you guys in the first place, because I feel like just uploading VODs is kind of weak. And then also it's better for the long-term growth, because if I get like 8 viewers on Twitch or 2 viewers on Twitch or whatever, the Twitch algorithm doesn't exist. So it's not like the Twitch algo is going to be like, oh, they got 2, so next time we'll give them a little bit better ad revenue, or not ad revenue, we'll give them better space. Where is the thing? I've already grabbed it. You know what? We made it this far. Oh, it's the getting down that's the hard part. Okay. Nailed it. Yeah, so the like unfortunate truth, or the inconvenient truth about the Twitch for small streamers is that a lot of the energy you put into Twitch, I feel like just you don't get the same level of output. It is really cool though to be able to communicate with everybody. It is really, really cool to be able to chat with everybody in real time, because I like to answer comments and I like to see what people think of things. But the problem is that interactivity is just like limited by the medium, right? So to some extent, Twitch would solve that, and also I think it'd just be a little bit more fun to do. But that's per person, that changes on how you feel about it. So that is one thing that I am considering as well. But I just kind of got to figure it out. And then the other challenge that would come with it is a schedule. So scheduling is very difficult for both my job and for the timings that I would want to make videos. So a lot of the times whenever I make videos, I do them in batches. I make like 3 on Monday, I'll make like 3 on Tuesday, and then if like something comes up on Wednesday, I have some wiggle room, and then like there's some weeks where I barely get to videos at all. And so those weeks, are a little bit slower. Maybe I'll try to squeeze in like a let's try 30 minutes or something like that. But so the point being that if there's no let's tries, or if there's no videos, then Twitch would be kind of like a solid way to maybe we could do a Monster Train run, and then if we don't advance, like who cares? The experience of Twitch isn't necessarily about the content. It's about the communication and the community building. So Twitch might be better for that. But I do think that like long term, we're going to be better off as a community focusing on the things that will build towards a larger base, you know, like a larger amount of people to watch things, so that we have more people chatting and more people coming into a Twitch stream if that ever happens in the future. So I think it might be better to focus on YouTube for the small time, because YouTube does support small streamers. I know people say, or small viewers, people argue with me on this. I firmly believe that, and look, this is coming from 8 months of experience, right? I firmly believe that these sols are up to no good. The YouTube algorithm favors being first at something. So the Friends of Foes update, for example, YouTube was incredibly excited to be like, you're the first video for this search term. So when someone pops up this search term, then yeah, we have to show them your stuff, because whatever, you're the only one here. But then it also heavily favors consistency, which I can do if I'm not streaming. Oh, come on, this is gonna be tight. There it is. But if I'm streaming, the consistency is gonna be a little bit harder to hit. And so if you're a small YouTuber and you can be consistent, and you can maybe consistently get 40, 50 people watching, and 40, 50 people that watch half the video each. What? No, get out. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, what is this? Oh, we have to let it chase us, because there's no way that I can get through past the sol at the end. So we have to let it chase us. This is gonna be something. Okay, 1, 2, go. No. But I ruined it. I'm not getting that. No. Okay, actually we might be fine. This is tight, but it's not as tight as I thought it might be. Nice. All right. Good stuff. So Twitch is on the board. It might be like a 1-year anniversary type thing, but the other thing is that I would have to build up to it quite a bit. I would have to be like, we are streaming on Saturday, November 11th, so that the people, I'm not, by the way, that was just a random date. So that, everyone who enjoys the content and likes the content can kind of come out and see it if they want to. And that way we'd be a little bit more community focused than pure raw growth focus. So I think if we were to switch over to Twitch, and I don't even want to say switch, if we were to dabble our toes in the Twitch experience, that would probably be how I have to do it. I'm just dead, huh? That would be how we would have to do it. It would have to be like a pre-planned, hey, I'm gonna start streaming, go check the Discord for when the timing will be. Okay, how are we gonna do this? We're so dead. Just always dead in this game. Always dead. There it is. These last few have not been too bad. Last few have not been too bad at all. So, what the heck? The thing's over here. I'm not even gonna play with that side. Nope. What are you? Why do you choose to do this to me? Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. This floor might not be that bad after all, because I think I can get out. I took a tiny little step too far. Just the smallest inch too far kind of movement. Nope. The D-pad honestly might be the difference maker on this, because I think my stick drift is what was getting in the way of me before. Poor craftsman blames his tools, but I am not a craftsman. I'm a gamer. Excuse me? If we could not do the thing you're doing? We did it. And then we just fade into the ether as the blade crosses through our smoke there. Okay. Where are we headed? Top right. Can we jump over these? We can. We can jump over these fairly easily. This is a level where you're intended to do it difficultly, and I will not. Okay. It's that final jump that's honestly the hardest part. Look at that. Speedruns. Okay. Ignore what I said about the speedrun thing. How's that? Where the heck do I go from here? Do I go up here? Is this the best way to go about this? No, that is not the best way to go about this. So I don't know how you would get up. Oh, you have to make sure you clear that little hole. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. So like this is not the hard part. That's fun. Maybe we try it in the middle. So we'll go boom, 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 boop. Same with another point to make. Same with something like Watch Dogs Legion, for example, right? Talking about Cyberpunk. Any sort of AAA game like that just eats up small people because, so Christopher Odd got his, was able to start playing it early. Ubi's not giving me a key. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, don't mess this up. Ubi's not gonna throw me a key. So like I'm not getting that early. I'm not gonna be able to play it early. I'm not gonna be able to be even in the top, 50 people when it goes live. Because I'm gonna be so buried in the results that like, oh, that was rough. That it's just a total lost cause. And so Cyberpunk is going to be that times like 30. The good thing is that if we have like a group of people who are dedicated and say like they're interested in seeing it, and then maybe we get like good feedback on the first episode, then I don't really care what if YouTube pushes it or not, right? Like I just want to make content that people want to watch, and I think Cyberpunk is probably going to provide a bunch of opportunities for just goofy stuff. So I have no problem, playing Cyberpunk and getting like 7 views an episode. I have no problem with that at all. Okay, don't go for that one. And so I think what I want to make sure that I'm not like mistaking is that I have no problem doing Cyberpunk, but it's going to come at like the opportunity cost of what other games I'm going to have to cut out might be kind of hard to justify for the channel. And so that's one of the things that I'm just kind of struggling with. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, the 56 minutes of me bashing my head into saw blades, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if any of the things that I mentioned in here or maybe sparked a comment of some sort or sparked some sort of conversation or a dialogue, we should chat and hit me up on the comments. You can always follow me on Twitter. I will throw that it's always in the link, by the way. But I want to figure out like goals and game plans for this next 8 months to a year, and then we can start executing them and making steps towards building the channel a little bit. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.